golf, it's always an endless pursuit of trying to figure the game out. I'm always focused on my preparation. I'm very particular in how my equipment needs to perform.
You have to keep evolving, you have to keep adapting, you have to keep trying to get better, because if you sit still, you're going to get passed by.
Getting on top is difficult. Staying on top, infinitely harder.
To truly innovate, you have to take on risk. You have to have the courage to take on a new future, knowing there's a chance we do fail. I'm not so sure this story's ever been told publicly before. I've always had a profound passion for golf equipment. I grew up playing TaylorMade, and so I can tell a story about every single one of them. This company was founded in 1979. The company was born under a new technology called a metalwood. The first driver was called the original one.
The other leader, using an iron, or is it a metal wood? Known as a Pittsburgh persimmon.
And the standard and the birthright of the company wasn't simply to innovate and bring a new technology. If that technology didn't optimize performance, we wouldn't do it. This driver, the M1 driver, saved our company. Back in 2015, we were struggling. This driver, the first thermally compressed carbon crown and a titanium body, reestablished TaylorMade as the technology leader in drivers, period. Nobody could build a product of this stature and performance and ultimately mass produce it so players of all skill level can get into it. Then there was the generation of sim technology, this canted airflow where we were actually researching aerodynamics, but Sim 2 really built upon the momentum of Sim 1 with the new first carbon sole that we'd ever done. And then 5 years later, we show up with Stealth, first of its kind with carbon face technologies. It was #1 in the marketplace. But then we had a hiccup when we got to Stealth 2. And that was painful. It was painful for me, it was painful for the entire organization. And it was the first time we had to deal with true adversity around a product quality issue in our company in a couple of decades. And the reason we got there was because we were pushing so hard to get better, we pushed too far. We haven't had it perfect every year, but we try to strive for perfection in everything we do because we have to meet this standard. We truly have to meet this standard. If our products don't work, then they don't come to market.
As you know, through all these years with me, is that I don't put something in the bag unless it's better than what I'm currently playing.
Last year was a little bit tricky where we had a lot of market success to QI35, but some of our top key athletes really didn't put it in play. We couldn't show them something better than what they were playing previously, and so there's definitely some added pressure.
When we build them in CAD, they're done to the 10th of a millimeter, to the 10th of a degree, because we want to make sure that what we give to our consumer is what we're designing and simulating here.
We're having a moment right now where for the past 5 years we had been working on the advancements that are now showing up in the QI4D driver. Our mission was very clear. We challenged our team to build the fastest and most fittable driver technology in the history of our company and the game of golf. The 4D stands for 4 dimensions of speed. The first dimension is the face.
The goal is to make more speed without giving up forgiveness on off-center strikes. This year we have a new roll on the face to create more spin consistency, so downrange shots are where they're supposed to be, even on miss hits.
Pushing the performance of the face has been our goal here for the last year.
Looks like there's a little bit of cracking.
Yeah, interesting, it's cracking here and not towards the front, and then also coming in the back.
It looks like the high stress point is here in the frame. We're getting what we want. We got to find out where it fails. We want to make sure it's as good as it can be. The more we push the driver to its limits, the more we learn.
Number 2 is aerodynamics. The aerodynamic package in this product enables it to go faster.
You've run all the simulations. How many runs did you do in the last couple of months?
Me and Chris combined at least 300, 400. We tried so many textures, so many different shapes. Out of all that, talking to your team, talking to the design team, we came up with those 6 or 7 shapes out of those 300, 400, which hopefully will come out to be fast.
Once you make it correctly, you design it correctly, you got to test it. But you can see right through here looks good, that looks good.
Clear.
Tool count, it's like a surgeon. This wind tunnel simulates the ideal conditions for a golf club to make sure we're finding every possible speed advantage. A lot of times you're only getting 0.4 miles per hour faster, and then you get 0.4 on that. Next thing you know, you're 1 mile an hour faster.
We do all these simulations over months, a lot of CAD work, a lot of aero modeling efforts, and then you put this thing in the tunnel for 5 seconds, and that's going to tell us whatever we did for the last 1 year, is that an improvement or not?
Then we have the shaft dynamic, which works as a system. So the React shaft works on the swing signature of a given player.
The shaft is one of the most misunderstood portions of the golf club. We're looking at the entire club as a comprehensive thing and not just one component. We started out using high-speed motion capture to understand the swing dynamics of an individual and then try to figure out what shaft would work best for them.
So we have our high rotation shaft, still X-Flex, 60 grams. Let's give that a whirl.
See if our ball speed jumps.
Yeah.
We've been capturing all that data in the field with real golfers, and we're taking the swing and breaking it down into, oh, you swing this way? Here's a shaft profile that's right for you. And will really benefit all golfers.
We see guys come through here with extremely high club head speeds. We put them into a red profile, and immediately we see their dispersion tighten up, and then they get more confident. Just going through a quick fitting like this, just imagine how much more distance we can get every consumer out there. No stone has been left unturned trying to figure out how do we go faster and make these products more fittable.
One of the unique things about golfers, and I would include myself in this comment, everybody has a different swing signature. It's like everybody has an individual thumbprint. No two thumbprints are exactly the same. No two golf swings are exactly the same. How we release the golf club differs from Collin, Morikawa to Rory to Scottie to Nelly to Tommy, to me or to anybody else that plays TaylorMade. So the fourth dimension of speed is ultimately fitting.
Being the bridge between the athletes and the engineers, it's a balance of art and science. The biggest thing for me as a fitter, the more adjustability that engineers can give you, the better.
Corey, what did you need me to bring for you?
One for planting is that 8 degree in the bottom of that thing.
We've been working with this product for 6 months, and this will essentially be the first hit.
You know, where's the world of data capture going, right? When the reflective markers are embedded into the carbon face, which is pretty cool. You know, they're looking for 1 yard, 2 yards, they're looking for straight up. Ball speed is like the ultimate answer. All of these test clubs have been built in this workshop.
So, okay, so this one's Carl's.
So that we have every option available as we fine tune and dial in the player. These first impressions are super important to them, but they're also important to us, right? Good to hit. Wow. That was nice.
What goes into that first hit is emphasized so much. And if a player sees something in that initial reaction,
that was nice. Yeah, 191, 350.
He will explore it because they just want to get better.
That's nice, Mike. It's fast.
Watching you hit and watching you hit,
that spin rate speed, pretty tight, man, pretty tight.
Oh, Damn. Carl. 185.
Fitting for me is an exercise of knowing you as a golfer.
You seen how straight they're going? I know, that was good. Yeah. I want to add one more.
And bringing in the right recipe that's going to unlock your ability to get the best performance out of your driver.
Nice, that speeds up a little bit. 174.
What is better for you when it comes to a driver? There's a lot of boxes you have to check.
If it's spinning tighter, which is what we've seen with this head, like I'm really happy with that.
If all things were equal to your QR35 and you found that mile-an-hour ball speed, is that enough for you?
2 would be better than 1.
Wow. So you're normally just over 170 ball speed, that was 175. Do you even know where your QR35 gamer driver is?
No. Actually, have you got it?
Yeah. The players that TaylorMade have on staff, you know, it's the best of the best of the best. And the ultimate goal is to give them performance benefits in using the product.
All right, so you've loved this QI10 Max for a couple of years.
It was my baby.
Yeah, what's it gonna take to get QI4D in play?
Most important are the comfort I have over the ball when I look down at the driver. After that, it's just if it performs the way I want it to.
That was nice. Yeah.
Carrying a little further and ball speed consistently, 2.5, 3 miles an hour faster with this one?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever hit it this far on this range.
Good.
I am so comfortable with what I have in my bag, but this is performing better right now.
We work and we prepare to be the best in the world at what we do. That's our personal goal, and there's no anything that can force equipment into the bags of players. And when you start to understand Rory McIlroy, you know that he's there for the performance.
Decent numbers, maybe get it a little bit warmer.
All my talking. I remember the first time I worked with you and you were like just touching 180 ball speed.
Yeah.
It says a lot for like how you got to keep evolving.
What was that last one you see?
190 ball speed.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I see these guys coming through like Luke Clanton and Michael Thorbjornsen and Carl Phillips, and I have to stay ahead of them. I loved my QI10 and like I didn't want to let go of it, but we made something that makes me want to let go of it, so.
You know, Scottie Scheffler enjoys making us fail so that we can get things right for him. We're able to get the robot to deliver the golf club like Scottie Scheffler. So there's too much loft on the club. Let's change the strike first. That's better. I think we're getting close enough now where we can actually start to dial in the shape with the weights.
Pull down, launch a little bit, pull down, spin a little bit.
Got to get that under 2.
Right now, I've got 2 weights in the back, and one of them is slightly heavier than the other. We're just gonna flip those.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. 175 ball speed, which is great. Literally, if that's the first golf shot that Scottie hits, I'm over the moon. Got some speed this morning. You were up at 180.
That's good.
I feel like I hit such a variety of shots. You know, I'll hit it low, I'll hit it high, I'll curve it both ways. And so it's easier to hit shots on the range with the driver. And then when you get on the course, those little tiny details can be harder to dial in.
So that's really good. For me to be able to actually curve it against that wind.
I love it, mate.
And then things
get
very complicated.
I mean, you play with tee height, you play with ball position.
Yeah, I will do all
I mean,
stuff, yeah.
it's the toughest fitting golf. Pretty smooth, pretty good.
Pretty good.
What makes the fitting so hard is the club has to be able to do that, go, 20 feet off the ground or whatever, and then I also have to be able to hit it straight up in the air when I need to.
Yeah.
What I love about TaylorMade is when that finished product gets in my hands, I know it's gone through all the steps in order to make the club the best possible club for us.
What I've realized is the best sign of trust is when world-class athletes take our product, they put it in play, and they win with it. And they look at us and they say, hey, to our engineers, to our product creators, this is exactly what I needed to optimize my performance.
If I could bottle up all the words to describe the team behind QI40 driver, it's incredible. They all collaborate in a way that challenges each other.
Working in the golf industry is really a blessing because it allows me to marry my job with my passion.
We do develop some emotional attachment to the products that we design and make. So when you get done with this thing and you've not only put them into tour players' hands, but you put them into the market, there's a certain level of vulnerability to that. And is it good enough to move the needle again?
We've been through the fire, and there's no success without taking risks.
One of the greatest feelings for me in my role at this company for over 20 years is being able to see Rory McIlroy or Tiger Woods or Tommy Fleetwood or Collin Morikawa, Nelly Korda or Scottie Scheffler pull that TaylorMade head cover off and they send it. And when they send it, and my Sunday foursome sends it, and the launch conditions are perfect, we know we've done our jobs well.